Camilla is also using minors on social media, swapped from scamming fans to now scamming young girls. Hello guys, and welcome back to a new YouTube video. If you're new here, my name is Avva. You can follow me on Instagram at Avva Ballerina to find out more about me. And today we're back with a sit down and chat video. We haven't done that in a bit. And today's topic is actually a really important topic. It's an important topic that is very dear to me too. I've been talking about this topic for years now. I've been talking about it on TV, I've been talking about it in newspaper articles, I've been talking about it in magazines. Why? Because it is affecting the industry that I work in. We're going to talk about OnlyFans today, we're going to talk about the whole space, how it's changed, and what is currently going on, because there is a bit of a drama happening in the industry. Now, I am not one to actively partake in drama or fight with people on the internet. I think it is absolutely stupid to be doing that. I think it is not good to be insulting each other. But I do think it is important to set boundaries. I do think it is important to talk about things, to clear things up, and to stand up for the right thing. So that is what I'll be doing today. Before we get into the current drama, I would like to give you a bit of an outline of what the platform is, of what the industry is like, and what it used to be. So when I started, which is almost 5 years ago, OnlyFans and the whole industry was powered by creators. You could be, self-empowered. The people in there were there because they wanted to create their own content. They wanted to be by themselves, not run by, traditional porn agencies or porn studios. They wanted to be, self-empowered, self-employed, and their own boss, really. And the heart piece of OnlyFans, as everybody knows, is the chatting with the fans. So it was a very much creator-powered, community-driven platform. And that is also what I love about it. I still have my OF this way. I still 100% work on my own. I chat with my fans. Our community in there is super strong, and I still enjoy that very much about the platform. But the whole space has very much changed for the worse. How and why? Because OF got a bit of a hype about 3 years ago, when people talked about the fact that some individuals were making a lot of money off of it, and agencies and managements were sprouting out of the ground, trying to profit off of girls that made money on OnlyFans. How do they do that? They specifically target small creators that need help, that they push to maximize their income whilst taking away between 30, 70, 80% of their net income. So basically, you sign with an agency, they tell you, we're gonna do all the work for you. You don't have to work at all anymore. All you need to do is create content. They will upload content for you, they will post it, they will chat with people, they will tell you what to shoot, both for OnlyFans but also for social media, and they will take most of the money that is being made by your body, by your face. That is very wrong, in my opinion. Specifically also because these agencies and managements work because of the thought of you don't need to work to have so much money, which I think at the base is wrong. I like working hard. I like connecting with my fans for my income. I don't want to not work and be rich. It is sort of what happened to the YouTube space too, when there was this huge YouTube hype 10-15 years ago where everybody thought that it was no work and you could become a millionaire. It's sort of happening to my industry right now, except there is these guys that profit off of young women, and mostly also profit off of young women because of a lack of information, a lack of transparency, a lack of information and transparency by big creators. And what I want to talk about here is the BOP House. The people in the BOP House are also who this whole drama that is currently going on is about. So the BOP House was a creator house run by an agency and a management of girls that were on social media but also doing OF. It took off with Sophie Rain, that you all probably know, talking about her enormous income on OF, which is not Correct. But yeah, and then the whole idea of the BOP house and the whole hype around the BOP house on social media was created by the girls in the BOP house asking themselves, like, how much did you make in this month? Showing themselves statements of 400k this week. Oh my god, she made 6 million this month. Oh no, I only made 250k this week. So this was this whole idea of we make so much money was created and went viral on social media, also outside of the OF bubble, also to young girls that see this. And alongside that, it was always communicated that, you know, they don't really work hard or anything. It just happens. You don't really have to be, you know, a full porn star or anything. You can just create content. And that was that whole hype and vibe that was given off by the BOP house, or is still given off by the BOP house. It's important to say here that it is run by management, it is run by guys that tell girls what to do, specifically the boyfriend of one of the girls, but also whole management behind these girls that are massively profiting off of it, and also on social media massively showing off how they have private chats and fast cars and whatnot because they take the money from the girls. But that was sort of not accepted, but I mean, everybody knew that they were there, but nobody talked about it. But now, a girl called Piper Raquel, she has been an influencer for almost a decade. There was a whole Piper squad created once by her mom. She was a young sort of kid influencer. There were some very ugly allegations against her mother. That's why the squad then separated. Anyways, she was 17 and she was seen on social media more and more surrounded by the BOP house people as a minor. She was a minor, creating content with girls that promote their sexually explicit content, with sketches of like, who is better, me or her, this girl from the BOP house or this girl from the BOP house. And more people started to believe, okay, once she's turning 18, this whole thing is like created to prepare her launch of her OF. And as she turned 18, her OF link was posted on her Instagram, and then an hour later she posted on X a fake statement of her making $1 million in an hour and breaking the record. The statement was so stupidly faked. It was so, oh my god, it was so bad, like done in such a bad way that it was so obvious that it was faked that she had to delete it, and it was re-uploaded adding another million. So now she made 2 million in the first hour on OF, and that ticked off the rest of the industry. The rest of us girls that don't work that way, that don't, you know, brag about how much we make and that it's all what it's about, you know. And that created that whole angry drama around Piper Raquel. Now, it's not just Piper Raquel, it's also girls like Camilla from the BOP house that are known for selling stuff that is not what fans think it is, writing descriptions that make fans believe that it's something very explicit, and then you unlock it for a high price point and it's bikini images. I call it scamming. I'm not saying that all of what they do is scamming, but it's just shady work that I don't like, and that also throws a very bad light onto the rest of the industry, onto girls like me and other girls that work hard for our content, that pour love and energy into our content, that are proud of what we do, that love to express our sexuality on there, that have fun with their fans. But girls like them and their agencies and managements, first and foremost, destroy our market, destroy our workspace. Also, Camilla is also using minors on social media to promote her OF, such like her brother, or young girls that she does TikTok dances with, and then the caption says something along the lines of, you gotta start them young, you gotta prepare them young, which is just gross. If we reverse the roles and the Johnny Sins was doing videos with small girls or small boys dancing, and then he says, you gotta teach them young, you know what would be going on. And yeah, just disgusting. But then the current sketch here on Camilla is that she is retiring. She's retiring from OF, and retiring in her terms means, I took the link out of my Instagram, my content is still available everywhere. And she swapped from scamming fans to now scamming young girls that she is targeting with all of her content because she started an academy, a course, Becoming Her. Allegedly, I have not unlocked the course, but other girls have. She takes about 6K for a course that says create an Instagram account, post daily. So it's like the quality of information you get is not there for a very high price point. And she pretends that you need that. And let me also just say it loud and clear. If you want to be successful on there, if you want to be successful on social media or anywhere else, you don't need a course, okay? You really don't. Trust me, you don't. You can always ask me. There's so many girls that give out information for free. There's Reddit that you can do research on. You don't need a course. You don't. Especially not one by Camilla. Becoming Her, because that means you're becoming a scamming person who all they care about is making money off of their fans to invest into their boyfriends' lives for private jet and fast cars. So yeah, not really a life that anybody wants to lead. Anybody not that cares about the quality of their content, their community, that wants to have fun, and where money is not just the sole reason the sole thing you care about in your life. But anyways, that is the whole sketch circling around Camilla and why people are angry about Camilla. Now, I think it's pretty obvious why this is a big problem also for a creator like me that doesn't even know the girls or whatever, because it is destroying the market. It is destroying the trust that fans have, that fans also have in me and other platforms that they're newly discovering. It is also not a problem that is solely existent in the US. There is a German sort of equivalent thing going on, not with creators, but with a platform called FanBlast. I'm gonna link the video of the investigative video of a YouTuber that is crazy and scaring. You can watch it with English subtitles. The whole, what is happening in this space right now and over the past 1 or 2 years, it's just really scary and not good. And I'm so deeply affected by it because, first of all, I consider myself self-empowered feminist and I'm proud of it and I love my work and the way I do it, and I wish that all girls that want to be in this industry can become successful with the same approach. And I just want you all to know that if you work hard, if you invest time and energy, it is possible. You don't need to be scamming, you don't need an agency, you don't need a management, you don't need a young 20-year-old guy telling you what to do. I know from people, from fellow creators that are with managements that pressure them into content that they don't want to do by selling content before they even ask the girls if they want to do it. Like, this is becoming such a bad and huge thing that it was just I had to get it off my chest. I also talked about it on Twitch. I'm also going to link my Twitch VOD in the description box down below if you want to check out the whole 2.5-hour Twitch rant. But I also had to post it on YouTube, so it's a more permanent condensed video. And yeah, what I want to say, I guess, with this video is that A, what is happening is not okay. B, there's other ways to do it. And C, I really hope that fans can regain their trust in real and authentic creators like me that work so hard for their platforms and enjoy creating content so much and don't work with agencies and scammers. And I just want you to know that there are still girls that work that way, and I really hope that the space changes for the better soon, hopefully. Anyways, thank you so much for taking the time to listen in. If you want to educate yourself further, there's a couple of links in the description box down below that you can check out, as I've already said. I'm gonna love you and leave you for now. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it. Leave your comments saying what you think about this whole topic, and subscribe to my account. And I'll see you all very, very soon for a new YouTube video. Bye bye!